Well, hello and welcome to Lori's Crafting Place.blogspot.com. And today is Technique Wednesday. And so I'm going to show you a little kit that I'm making. And so what I've done is I've taken some bags and I've stamped on them, some white bags. And then inside this one, I have a set of cards that I've done. And so it's just a note card, and then on the inside it has the sentiment. And so I did a couple this way with the black. There's another one. Of course, that was the first one. And then I did a couple of with a different design. And then this one. So I'm going to stick those in there. It's kind of like a little sunshine bag. And then I thought, what else can I put in here in these? So I'm making 4, 2 butterfly ones, and then a couple with birds. So let me show you the birds. I thought they turned out really cute. So here's one, and then here's the other one, and then the other 2 are the same, so I did 2 of each of those. So, like I said, there's 4 cards, 2 of each pattern, and so then I thought, well, I had these little mini composition notebooks that I bought. I think I got them at Walmart. I'm not sure, and they were really, really cheap. And it came with 3 in a pack. So what we're going to do is we're going to alter this mini composition book. And then I have these little pens that I got at the Dollar Tree. And so I'll put a pen with it. And so to do this, you will need to have these little mini composition notebooks measured 2 3/4 by 4 1/4, and that's not counting this black part here. And so you need 2, one for the front and one for the back. And then you need some paper that is cut 6 by 6, and we're going to make a little folder and then put that inside this book. And so we're going to give this a try. That's a little something to go with these. Usually I crochet some dishcloths or something. Okay, so let's get down here. I can put you down here so you can see what we're doing. And I think that will work, just like that. Okay, so I cut my 2 pieces for the front and the back cover. And like I said, they're 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I will, I'm gonna scoot this more this way. And I will have the dimensions down in the box. And then on this 6 by 6, we're going to take it and put it on here. And at 3 inches, we're going to score. So it's kind of right down the middle. Then we're going to take and turn it once. And we're going to score it at 1 3/4. This is going to make our little folder. And then we're going to score it. Okay, then I'm going to move that out of the way. And let's see, this does appear to be a little big. I think it's going to be bigger, and I know it's going to be bigger. So let me think how this was done. Because I know she took a 6 by 12 and then she cut it down to a 6 by 6. And this is courtesy of the Posh Paper Lady. She has a phenomenal site and has such great ideas. So I think I'm going to have to make this a little shorter. Let me see here. If I were to fold this in half, let me get it even here. Where's my little spatula? Fold that because I want to be able to put this inside here, so we can't have it any taller. And this, so I'm going to have to cut this off at 4 1/4. I'm pretty sure. So let's do that because I don't want it to be too tall. So we'll put it in here at 4 1/4, and we're going to cut this off. Yeah, that looks a whole lot better. It's going to make like a little folder, file folder pocket. And we can put 2 in there, or we can just put 1. And I think she had 2. So let me get my other one here. And I'm going to cut it down to 4 1/4. There. So that we can fold this one in half also. Using that. Okay, so we have our 2 little folders right here. Okay. And then what we did is we scored it along here. And what I want to do is I want to cut this. So here's our middle score line. I'm going to come over at an angle here and go up to that score line. Do the same thing over here and go to that score line. And then I'll pull that out so that it looks like this. Okay. And then when we fold it, it'll be like that. And there'll be just a little pocket there. This will come over. And you know what? I think I should have left it because now it's not right at all. That is corny. Okay. That was crazy. Because we want it to be taller. And if I'd have left that alone, we would have had it perfect. So, scratch that, because that did not work. Okay, let me just put this away, come back over here, and get our paper, and we're going to cut it at, whoops, sorry about that. We're going to cut it at 6 by 6. So we'll cut that right there. And we'll cut this one at 6. And this one should be 6. Okay, so I'm redoing this because I think I had it right to begin with. Then we're going to take it and we're going to put it at 3. And we're going to score, turn it once, and score it at, that was 1 and, where am I, 3/4. 1 3/4. Okay, oops, make sure I'm on the 1 3/4 here. And we're going to score that. Okay, and then we'll do that to this one. So we'll put it at 3, score it, turn it sideways once at 1 3/4, and score it again. All right, now let's see if I got this right. I hope I do. Okay, so we're gonna turn this over because see, I was not thinking about this part that gets flipped up. That's why it will work. Okay, because now what I do with my scissors, here they are. We're going to take this where that score line is in the middle here, and we're going to go ahead and come in on the side and come up to that score line and come in over here. So I'm just taking a piece out of the center here so that we have our little folder. And that's perfect. That will fit inside here. Might be a yeah, I think it's going to be perfect. Okay. So let me get this one scored. I mean, not scored, I've already got it scored. Let me get this one, making sure it's even here. And then taking this one, folding it up. And then we're going to cut again. Come in here and cut over here. And then pull that little piece out of there. And then we have a folder, like a little mini folder. Okay, so then what we need to do is we need to get some glue. I hope my glue isn't all stuck here. I've been really going crazy making Christmas cards and gift bags and all that. So all we need is some glue on the corner, on the edges here. So we're just going to put a little, hopefully it'll come out of here. And it's not plugged up. Oh, here it comes. And a little bit over here on this side. And that's all the glue we need. And then we'll take and push this down. Take and put this one down. And if you have a little rag, it kind of helps to soften up the glue. And we've got our little folder. Okay. And then we'll do that to this one. Got where it was for a minute. We'll put some glue here on the edge. Whoops, don't get too far off the edge. And some glue over here on the edge. Not a bunch. And I'm just going to go like that. And push it down like that. And that helps sop up any glue. Then we have our other one. Alrighty. So next thing I want to do. Now you can use tape. You can use glue or whatever. Glue sometimes makes it so that it gets warped. You know, your paper. If you get too much glue on there. So let's take some of this tape. I think I have a bigger roll. Let me look over here and see if I have a bigger. Yes, I do. I thought I did. I'm going to use a wider roll here of this tape. And now we're going to cover, decide which one you want for the front and which one you want for the back. I'm going to use this one for the front. And it's double-sided paper, so, but I like the blue. It kind of went with the birds and stuff. And we're going to put a piece here. And we'll cut this off there. And we'll put a piece over here on this side. Okay, that's all we got in there. I'm going to go ahead and put one down in the center. Because I like to use a lot of tape. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I do. Oh, and I need to speak up. My sister told me she couldn't hear me. So I guess I do tend to start talking, kind of like talking to yourself, you know, and you start mumbling. And so I need to speak up so that you can hear what I'm saying. So anyways, we're putting the tape on here, and this is the one I want on the front, so I'm going to line this up with my edge, making sure I get my edges. And we'll kind of smush that down. And then I'm going to open this up, and if there's any hanging over, I'm going to trim it up. So there's a little bit here. So we'll just kind of trim this up, and we want to round our corners. And we'll go down here and round this corner. And there we have the front of our book. A lot, not that the other was not pretty, but this is a lot prettier. You can make it how you want it. And I mean, you know, that's good, but this is better, I think. So that's my opinion. But you know, use the paper that you have, and you can customize it then to go with whatever projects you're working on. Like I could have found some bird paper or made my own bird paper or butterfly paper and put that on here. Okay, and let's rub these down here. And then take this one, make sure I can get it. I'm trying to, don't really want to get my head in this video. See if I can get this piece off of here. Alrighty. And then we're going to take this one and we're going to do the same thing and try to line this up. It's almost like I got it a little too short. That's pretty good. And then we'll take and we'll trim this up on this side. So we're gonna round this corner right here and round this one right here. And I did get it a little bit higher than I wanted, so we'll just trim that off a little bit. Didn't have to trim too much off there. So there's our little book. Front, back. I think it's cute. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this inside. And we're probably going to have to round these corners, I'm thinking. Now when you put this one in, yeah, I think I am going to have to round these. So I'm just going to just do a very little bit because I don't want it to end up being too much. Hopefully that works. And then we're going to stick this in here. Now you don't want to butt that in there because if you do, your book isn't going to close. So we don't want to go clear. We don't want to go clear inside here. We want to stay out just a little bit. So we're going to put some tape on here. Stay away from the edge. And we'll put some over here. And 2 pieces is probably enough. Yeah, we'll try it. Let's make sure it's down. And I'll peel that one off. I've got some under my nail there. And we'll peel this one off. There, also gives us a place to hold on to. Okay, so I'm going to open that up. And I want to get to the edge of here. And then we'll push this down. And that makes it pretty on the front page. And then you've got these little pockets that you could put things in. You know, if you need to put a note in there or something like that. You got these little pockets. So there's one there, and then this has 50 sheets in it. That's a lot. So then we're going to take, and I think we'll put this other one, like right here. So let me get some, oh, let me round my corners again. Let's just round this just a little bit. And round this one just a little bit. Not too much, just a little. And then, let's see, that's the back. Oh, that's pretty. And then we'll put this. And this one doesn't matter if it gets all the way over there. It won't interfere with the book closing. But this just gives you a little, like if you want to divide your little book up, you can do that. No, I think these were cute. Very cute ideas. Something quick, and you can add, you know, it's a quick little gift. I know a lot of people are having their craft fairs. These would be really cute to sell at a craft fair. Okay, so I am going to maybe put that up like that. And I can get this on here better. And so then that'll divide up. And then you've got your little book with a file folder in between. Now I could have stuck that down in there farther. I didn't do that. I was trying to line it up more on the edge. But it works and it closes. So there's what I'm doing today for our technique. And so taking one of these little mini composition books and doing a makeover on it and adding your own. And then I can add this little pen to here. And there's another little gift that I can stick inside one of these bags. And so I think I'm going to stick it in the bird one. So now they have a set of cards and a little notebook. And then I can just fold that up. And I can staple it, put a tag on it for them. And I got this little nice little kit just to say I'm thinking of you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you give it a try. And until next, oh, I do want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed the video and that you come back. Hit the subscribe button. And the notification bell will let you know when I do another video, which hopefully will be Friday for Fun Fold Friday. And until next time, happy creating. Bye-bye.